Hey everyone! Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a really cute cake topper. It was my friend's golden birthday the other day. A golden birthday is when your age that you are turning corresponds with the day that you were born. So for her, she turned 28 on the 28th. So my other friend, who was throwing a party for her, asked me to make a golden themed cake for her. Of course I said yes. And I made a pretty simple cake with gold fondant, and then I put a cute little cake topper that I made on top. I basically made bunting, the little flags that have words on them, I guess they don't have to have words on them, but I made them have words on them. This project turned out super cute, and I feel like it's a really easy way to bump up a cake, or even cupcakes. You can make really tiny ones and make adorable little cupcake bunting things. And I'm also going to walk you guys through how I decorated the cake. So let's get started. To make the cake topper, you'll need skewers, wooden beads, glue, sandpaper or a file, paint, scissors or utility knife, string, washi tape, and a marker or pen. Apply some glue into the hole of one of the wooden beads and thread the pointy end of a skewer through and push the bead down as far as you can. Ideally, you want to use a wooden bead that has a hole that's just the right size to fit the skewer in, like this. Repeat this with another bead and skewer, and then let them dry. I tested out using hot glue to glue a bead with a smaller hole onto the end of the skewer, but it just doesn't hold that well, so I wouldn't suggest doing this. Once dry, use your scissors or utility knife to trim the extra skewer, and if you need to, sand it smooth. Now trim the skewers to size. You can make them however tall or short you want, but in my opinion they look better when they're on the taller side. Dip the bead end into your paint. I used liquid gold, of course. Let it dry. Cut a length of thread. Again, this will depend on how big you want it to be, but just make sure you give yourself a few inches extra so you can tie it onto the skewers. To determine how much I needed, I laid the skewers out and laid the string out and then cut it to size. I marked the middle of the string to help me lay out where to put the flags, but that's not necessary. Tear off a piece of washi tape about 2 inches, wrap it around the string, and tape it back to itself like so. Repeat this until you have enough pieces to spell out what you want to spell, assuming you want to spell anything out. If not, just put on as many as you want. Trim them down to the same size, and then trim the corners to make them into little triangles. Write whatever you want on the flags, and then tie them onto the skewers. Repeat this as many times as you want. For this one, I strung up flags saying happy birthday, as you can see here, and later I ended up adding her name. To decorate the cake, I first iced 3 layers of chocolate cake with some mocha flavored Italian meringue buttercream. I used the recipe from Yolanda of How to Cake It. If you've never seen her stuff, you should definitely go check it out. She makes some awesome cakes. This icing is so good, and it takes a little while to make, but it is so worth it. Anyway, I chilled the cake in the fridge for a few hours, during which I made a batch of marshmallow fondant. If you guys want to know how I made this stuff, let me know and I can put together a video for you guys. I rolled out the fondant and covered the cake with it, smoothing the fondant down the sides carefully so it doesn't bunch and fold over on itself. And then I trimmed the extra off. Then I moved the cake over to a serving platter. I mixed up some gold luster dust with a little bit of alcohol, whipped cream flavored vodka to be more precise, and I painted that all over the cake. I piped some buttercream around the bottom and then put some edible gold star glitter around the top of the cake. And finally, I finished it off by sticking the cake topper on. And here's how it turned out. I hope you all enjoyed this project. If you did, please leave a like. And if you want to see more, then feel free to subscribe. I post art videos every Tuesday and DIY videos every Thursday. Thank you to my patrons who helped me produce this video. You guys are awesome. If you want to become a patron, then I'll leave a link right here. You can go check out my Patreon, read up about it. I actually added a new reward for everyone, anybody who is a patron. I started doing weekly vlogs, which if you stayed till the end of my last video, you probably saw a little clip of it. In those vlogs, I just kind of go through what I've been doing for the week and projects that I'm working on, and I give you guys little sneak peeks. So yeah, again, if you're interested in checking it out, the link's right here. Also, I've had a few people asking if I was going to be doing Halloween this year, and yes, I am. For Halloween, I post a video every single weekday before Halloween. So this year, it'll be the 24th through the 28th, so stay tuned for those. I feel like Halloween is something that I'm going to try really hard to do every single year because it's sort of like a celebration of my anniversary on YouTube. My very first video was a wind-up key, which I'll post here, which I actually updated it, which I'll post underneath right here, and I put it up around Halloween because it was like a costume themed project. So I'm gonna try to do Halloween every single year that I'm on YouTube. This will be my second year, so my second anniversary, I guess. Unfortunately though, I'm not gonna be doing like a big costume. Like last year I did like a werewolf where I did a whole bunch of different components to make a werewolf costume. I'll leave a link down below for all of the Halloween. Basically, I'll put my Halloween playlist down there so that you guys can go check it out if you guys want any like Halloween ideas before Halloween. Anyway, you guys can follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Pinterest, or Snapchat, and I'll leave the information to those down below. If you have any questions or suggestions for future videos, please leave a comment down below. If you guys want to see how I made the marshmallow fondant, then let me know, and I'll either post it next week or at the end of the month, I guess, depending on like if you guys even want to see it. So yeah, let me know down below if you'd like to see that, and I'll see you guys next week. Hey guys, welcome